I got Sekiro a couple weeks ago, and I've played it pretty much non-stop since then. This game is just stellar. It's fantastic. I would say in general, in my opinion, that it is the best Souls game out of all of them, even though Bloodborne is a very close second. The perfect dodging and deflecting of the combat is just golden. It's everything I love and more in a Souls game. I played all of them numerous times. The combat is stellar, voice acting is mint, bosses are badass and difficult, and items are as useless as ever. And now on to the reasons why I made a video about this game, not just a praise. So my problem isn't the gameplay, the voice acting, any lack of character. It is just the story. I have a problem with the ending and how it doesn't let you do what it seems to be asking you to do. There's never been a directly right or wrong answer in any of the Dark Souls games. Your choices are to either help the gods and continue their reign, or to end it. Plunge the world into the unknown Dark Age. Which is the right choice? It's not clear. There is no clear right choice in this instance. You can just follow your morals. We never see the aftermath of either choice, so we don't know which one was the right choice. It could have been the light was the only thing holding the humans together, or it's possible that the dark will be all a net value for the humans. It's your choice. Dark Souls 2, it's very similar. 3, it's the same. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just the same choice in all three games. In Bloodborne, the three endings are, once again, not moral one way or the other. It's just your choice. It is 1, you kill Gehrman. The moon presence comes down and curses you with his affliction, trapped in the hunter's dream. Or you let him cut off your head and free you into the real world. Or you go out and find at least 3 umbilical cords. And with the umbilical cords, you ascend the regular mortal bounds, where none other has succeeded, you, a hunter, has. Demon Souls does differ in this way because it does have a morally good and a morally evil option. On one hand, you can return the Ancient One to his slumber, or you can become the Ancient One, become the most powerful demon that has ever existed. But the whole time through the game, you're meeting NPCs and other demons that have done exactly what you've done. You have a very clear choice and reasoning. Do you choose power or morality? So now I get to the juice of my problem, and it is with Sekiro's ending. About halfway through the game, you fight Lord Genichiro, and you save Kuro from his grip. And you meet Lord Ishin, and you find out that Lord Ishin is the rat hunter all along. Kuro, in the beginning of the game, just wanted to go home and for you to help him, but now he has decided against it. He wants to sever immortality, even though that would mean killing himself as well. So he asks you, will you help me, Wolf, to sever my immortal ties? And then at this question I waited for quite a while. There's this iron code that tells you to follow and protect your master. So now the question is, do you protect him or do you help him sever immortality? I waited for probably 5 minutes just thinking about it. Do I do what he says, listen to him, or do I do the code says, protect him? After waiting and thinking, I decide that the code is the better option. Above all else, Sekiro follows the code, and the first rule of the code is your master is first, only below his father. Remember this bit, it may become important. Pretty quickly after I picked this option, I found that it didn't do anything. Pretty much Kuro just pulled I implore you to reconsider, and then Sekiro was like, okay. And so Sekiro just decides that the code isn't as good as it seems. Not you. Sekiro chooses this. At the time, I didn't care very much. There's a minor gripe. It only looks bad now looking back, because I was enjoying the game like crazy at the time. And now on to the point that really bugs me. Keep this in mind that I haven't actually finished the whole game just because this was an ending that I didn't expect, nor did I know it would cut my game so short. After you find Lord Kuro and get forced into helping him sever his immortality, he sends you to go find two things, a flower and a sword. You find the sword after beating the folding screen monkeys, finding the rejuvenating water children. You find the flower after beating a giant ape that loses his head and still walks around like a chicken. After going on this fetch quest, you return to Ashina to find it full of new enemies, making it new and cool to explore again. A bunch of the old enemies are still there, but a lot of them are dead. So once you fight through the area once more and get back to the top of the tower to find Sekiro's father, Owl, is up there talking to Kuro, trying to get him to make him immortal. He doesn't really attack him or anything. He just says, hey, okay, I'll just hang out here. I'll leave once I'm full of the view. And he just stays there for a while until you walk up and talk to him. You're surprised to see each other, to say the least. Owl, without outright saying it, it does seem to imply that Owl did kill you. And you see him die, so you both assume each other dead. But then he tells you to confront your own morals. Owl, your father, brings up the Iron Code. You obey your father above all others, and he asks you to join him. Like father, like son, rule the galaxy. And you have the choice. You obey the Iron Code, follow him, forsake your master, or to help Kuro. I waited here once again for seconds. I decide the code is still the most important thing. And I was on the verge of tears when Emma came out of the doors. I was distraught. Oh my god, do I have to kill Emma now? After I died from Emma a couple times, a little bit of the emotional impact was lost. When I saw Lord Ishin, I was like, oh my god, was this the right choice? And then after losing to them for a while, I decided I'd go level up a bit and go fight the bosses that had me out. I killed the 3 headless, and I killed the mage or something like that, and I returned and beat them. And during the fight, Lord Ishin had been calling me Shura, and I was just like, oh no, I'm not that demon thing you mentioned once or twice. I'm not. I'm just doing this because that's my choice. My choice is to stay with my father. My father is more important to me than this Kuro. What did Kuro do for me? He didn't do anything for me, other than just be my master. And after you kill Emma and Lord Ishin, Owl arrived and says, well, that took a while. It is worth the wait. Now me and you will rule the galaxy like father and son. Just a whole monologue of just saying, we are going to rule over all of Ashina. And then Sekiro stabs him in the back. This code guy that I've chosen follows his code, stabs someone in his back that's completely unaware. And apparently he is Shura, just because I chose to follow the code. So not only does it not work storytelling-wise, but it also doesn't work thematically, because in every single other game, it has given you the very clear choice and very obvious what you're doing. Except for Bloodborne, but even then, it doesn't end up to be good or bad in its ambiguity. Sekiro has been pretty much a constant. You always know what you're doing. There's no ambiguity in your choices at any point. Didn't tell me that was the choice I was making, but it was the choice I was making. That's why I emphasized in Demon Souls, where it tells you you are becoming the ultimate demon. In this, you're just evil all of a sudden. You didn't make any choices to do this, but you are. And then little Kuro comes up and says, no, you can't be Shura. You can't be Shura. No way. So now, just because I went with an ending, it has screwed me. I have to play the whole game again to get the quote-unquote good ending. The choice shouldn't be you are the good guy or bad guy without your knowledge. Kinda just ruins the whole point of having a choice to begin with. I had no idea that was the choice I was making. And on top of that, it didn't even set up Shura properly. I heard 1 or 2 people mention Shura. Lord Ishin, and I don't remember if anyone else mentioned it. So it's just badly set up and badly executed. Because the thing is, I didn't pick Kuro. I didn't pick my father. I picked the code. I didn't pick Shura. I'd just like to preface that I do really like this game. It's one of my all-time favorites. And if I could do anything wrong with the story, just tell me. Any suggestions on how to improve? I would love that. And goodbye. You are the coolest bro.